Salut tout le monde! So today we're going to do important phrases and conjunctions that are followed by the subjunctive in français. This is super hard. The subjunctive in French is probably the most annoying tense, but as long as you do the right studying, it's not too bad. So, allons-y. Okay. So this is what I put together as all of the conjunctions, and phrases that are followed by the subjunctive. It does not include verbs. Um, like we'll talk about in a different video, different verbs that follow or that have the subjunctive follow them. This also does not include the obvious phrases that we all know, like il est important que, il est nécessaire que, il est essentiel que, il est probable que. Non, pas ça. Il est possible que, il est impossible que. All that kind of good stuff. So these are the ones that are a little more out there. People don't remember. They sometimes have questions about. And really important conjunctions comme par exemple bien que, avant que, afin que, pour que, sans que, en cœur que, de crainte que, à moins que, de manière que, etc., etc. Quel que, il suffit que. So when it's with que, as you can see, a lot of these, like par exemple afin que, there's also the expression afin de. But when it's followed with que, it has to use a subjunctive. Okay, this means so that. Okay, it's basically a synonym of pour que. Okay, so my advice to you is to know this table right here, make your own copy, be familiar with the phrases here because they are all followed by the subjonctif en français. Okay, and obviously these ones and many others that are not on here are the obvious, I call them obvious, the ones that you should already know. I mean, everyone uses them in basic French classes, but these ones are the ones that are a little more rare, that cause a little more issues, because personne en parle, okay? Et n'oubliez pas, this is très important les gars, il est probable que n'est pas suivi, it is not followed by the subjonctif, but il n'est pas probable que, comme vous pouvez voir ici, voyez, il n'est pas probable que, cette phrase-là, ça est suivi par le subjonctif. So this one is the subjunctive, the negative, the affirmative. Il est probable que is not followed by the subjunctive. Il est probable que is often followed by the future tense, but not all the time. Basically, just beware of the phrase il est probable que. Ok, pigé? Et maintenant, on va voir quelques exemples tous ensemble. Alors, la première, maintenant, je ne vais pas utiliser toutes les conjugations. I'm going to just do a few examples pour que vous puissiez voir. Okay, I'm not going to use every single conjunction here because that would take forever. But let's do the essential ones that you really should know. So, bien que is although, all right, or even though, right? So, bien qu'elle ne soit pas très appliquée, elle arrive toujours à l'heure. Elle est très ponctuelle. Appliquée means diligent, okay? So we're saying here, although she's not very diligent, she always arrives on time. She's very punctual, okay? Elle arrive toujours à l'heure. Avant que means before, okay? So, avant qu'on puisse envoyer la lettre, il faut que tu signes. So before, well, it would be better if I said il faut que tu la signes. But anyways, avant qu'on puisse envoyer la lettre, before we can, so this comes from pouvoir. Pouvoir is a little weird, all right? Avant qu'on puisse, before we can send the letter, you need to sign it. Or il faut que. So il faut que is another one that is not on this giant tableau because it's obvious. We know il faut que, that's the first thing you learn that comes with the subjonctif. Okay, et la dernière. À moins que, so this one means at least. Also exists au moins, au moins means at least. À moins que means unless. So this one people confuse because they're very similar, see? Au moins does not use subjunctive, évidemment. It means at least, so some examples of au moins would be au moins il est venu, ça va me coûter au moins 100 euros. So it just means at least. It's not anything that uses a specific verb tense next to it. But à moins que, with the accent et pas le u, okay, à moins que la soirée soit chez lui, unless the party or we'll get together is at his house, je n'y vais pas. I'm not going. Ok, pigé? La prochaine. Et maintenant, on a d'autres exemples. Ok, afin que, comme on a déjà dit, afin que, ça veut dire so that. And it's the same thing as pour que. Ok, so that, afin qu'il puisse terminer ses études en 2022, so that he can finish his studies in 2022, il doit étudier chaque jour. Pour que, so that, pour que je comprenne le concept, tu dois parler moins vite. so that I can understand the concept, you need to speak slower or less fast, basically. À condition que, so this is like on the condition that, oh, it's right here. So à condition que, ça veut dire providing that. If this thing will, yeah, okay. Providing that or on the condition that, right? It's a little weird. So à condition que tu ne mentes pas or plus à ton père, que tu ne mentes plus à ton père, that you do not lie. This is from mentir. This is a subjonctif, that's why it's conjugated weird. À condition que tu ne mentes plus à ton père, tu peux aller au concert. As long as you don't lie anymore to your father, you can go to the concert. Très bien, ok. Et la dernière, plus d'exemples ici. Il suffit. So, suffire, it's from to suffice, right? So, il suffit que vous achetiez une nouvelle voiture. So, il suffit que would be the English version of like, you know, you just need to buy, or you just need to, or it's enough that. But I hate that translation. It's really crappy, the whole it's enough that. Because suffire means to suffice, to be enough. So it is enough that you buy a new car. So, or you just basically, Alexa, you just need to, like, it just needs to happen that you buy a new car, right? Achetier, that's the conjugation en subjonctif pour le verbe acheter. Okay. Il vaut mieux que, it's better that, right? Il vaut mieux que j'attende dehors. Je ne veux pas les déranger. So it's better that I wait outside. I do not want to bother them. Déranger means to bother. Et pour vous que, okay, pour vous que means let's hope that. That one's also weird, but you see it all the time. Pour vous que is very, very common, especially in written French. So pour vous qu'il réussisse ses examens. Let's hope that he passes his exams. Très bien, okay. These are the harder ones. I put 3 of what I consider the harder ones here because, you know, they are a little odd. So let's look at la première ensemble. Okay. Je ne vais pas t'acheter ce jouet. That means like toy. Soit que tu cries, soit que tu pleures comme un dingue. So soit que and soit que, which I had here in the tableau. Where are they? Ah, oui, ici. There was something here in between, right? And it means whether, ... or, right? So, okay. So soit que, soit que, whether, or. So this translation is, I'm not going to buy you this toy, whether you cry or cry like a crazy person. Or not cry, excuse me, scream, I don't know. Quand je vois crier, je dis toujours cry en anglais, mais c'est pas la même chose. Ça, c'est to yell, or like, you know, scream. So, je ne vais pas t'acheter ce jeu. I'm not gonna buy you this toy, whether you scream or cry like a crazy person. Comme un dingue, okay? Quel que soit ton problème, whatever your problem is, so whatever it be, or whatever, this is kind of like whatever. Quel que, but you gotta remember that quel ici has to agree with the noun that is modifying, okay? If this was feminine, it would have to be quel with double L et un autre E, or E, okay? Quel with Quelle, right? So, quel que soit ton problème, je n'ai pas l'intention de t'aider. Whatever your problem is, I do not intend on helping you. Et la dernière, la toute dernière, je crois, je vais danser de façon qu'il ne puisse pas me quitter des yeux. Okay, so quick thing, quitter des yeux, c'est quitter des yeux de quelqu'un. This is basically saying I'm going to dance de façon que, so that, or in a way that he will not be able to stop looking at me. So quitter des yeux, when you say il ne peut pas me quitter des yeux, that means he can't stop looking at me, or he can't like take his eyes off me, basically, is what this means, right? So de façon que is also very important. It means like so that, or in a way that, or with the attention that, right? Eh bien, c'est tout? Ah oui, c'est tout. Ok, si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas à me demander quoi que ce soit, ok? Je suis ici pour vous aider, but yeah, memorize this tableau, c'est très important, les gars. The subjunctive is not really that hard as long as you just keep practicing it, and then it'll become like second nature. Je vous le promets, ok? Merci à tous, et bah oui, à la prochaine!